dust meter that provides instant readings. What does that mean? You're collecting and immediately you have the dust measurement results on the device. I'm here with Reynaldo from Faster and he brings us the information. Bringing this great novelty to Brazil. Say hi, Reynaldo. Hello, everyone. I'm Tiago. Wonderful, wonderful. Let's see how it works now. Reynaldo is going to explain a bit to us. Reynaldo, tell us about it. How does this device work? Hey, Tiago, let's go. The HAZ-DUST is a real-time particulate matter monitor. The main difference with this equipment is that it has a built-in pump with adjustable flow rate. Additionally, it allows you to attach an OM sampler at the air intake, as we can see here, or a cyclone for collecting respirable particulate. It's everything that everyone already knows. You adjust the pump flow rate based on the particle separator you're using, whether it's an IOM or a cyclone, to physically separate the particles, complying with ISO 7708. As we already do today with conventional pumps. What's the only difference? After the particle passes through the separator, it goes to the sensor where the device measures the concentration of the particulate, and in the end, it still allows you to install a conventional cassette and send it for analysis. But laboratory analysis, as we already use. In this case, there is a cassette on top that the lab sends to us, a standard 37mm cassette with the membrane that the lab already provides for you. Note that it is not mandatory. You can use it without the cassette, without laboratory analysis, but it is an added benefit, providing a chance to gather even more information and conduct a more comprehensive work. Just correct me if I'm wrong. So in this case, it is using the IOM separator. So the dust enters here, and then it will be read and stored in the cassette. When it takes the reading here, I can automatically see the result here. Exactly. In this case, folks, the device is already on. Of course, it is on. And automatically, there's no dust in the environment we're in, fortunately, right? So that's why everything is reading 0 there. But theoretically, in a dusty environment, you would be able to see it already.
Visor
of the equipment, the dust result. Is that right? Exactly. The concentration in micrograms per cubic meter in real time. Additionally, it has a data logger, so it records all this information. Later, you can use the software to download this data and access. It is a histogram, second by second or minute by minute, just like we already use with a dosimeter, so you can assess the exposure to particulates over time and not just a single result, which is what we get when we do a normal evaluation and collection with a cassette. Wonderful. And the question that everyone wants to ask, Reynaldo, which is the doubt I had, and I'm sure our colleagues have as well. The measurements we need for Annex 12 DNR 15, it will add up, being another tool to aid decision making. So I'll give you two possible ideas. You can use this equipment for exploratory analysis. For instance, when you arrive at a company, you have there 50 welders. As you go through, you've already characterized the area. You know there are some metal fumes there, right? So you can conduct a preliminary specific assessment among each worker. You'll identify that 5 people there have a critical level of exposure. You will then arrive with your small pumps and conduct the analysis where it matters. So you'll be more targeted in your work. I think this is the first possibility that complements the conventional work of sampling with the pumps. And secondly, it is the possibility of acting in control. Since you have the ability to assess exposure minute by minute and have this dust histogram, you can think that you can take control. Perhaps acting in that moment where someone is exposed not for 8 hours, but there's a 2-hour critical situation. They might wear a mask, personal protective equipment for 8 hours when they only needed to use that respirator for 1 hour, 2 hours, so we increase the efficiency of protection. All of this helps to reduce exposure, occupational exposure to particulates in general. So folks, since the device will provide a result minute by minute or second by second, as Reynaldo mentioned, you will have a histogram, which is what? A graph where you can see like from 9 to 10 o'clock, there was a peak in dust levels, right? Then from 3 to 4 o'clock, there was another peak. But remember, and I'm not correcting you, Reynaldo, okay? When we do an assessment with the conventional pump and send it to the lab, we have the uncertainty.